Hello, and welcome to Candidates Up Front. This is a public interest election program of Berks Community Television and the League of Women Voters of Berks County. Our May 16th primary election is coming up. Democrats and Republicans will vote for judges, school directors, and county, township, borough, and city officials. The deadline to register to vote is May 1st. To check your voting status, go to votepa.gov. That's vote.pa.gov. You can register, change your party, locate your polling place, or apply for an absentee or mail-in ballot. The deadline to register is May 1st. The deadline to apply for a mail-in ballot is May 9th. The League is interviewing those candidates who wanted to be interviewed in contested races. For each race, the candidates will get the same basic questions and the same amount of time to answer them.
Hello, I'm Bill Litvin, a member of the League of Women Voters of Berks County. 4 candidates are competing in the Democratic Party for a chance to be Berks County's commissioner. They are Dante Santoni Jr., Douglas Metcalf, Jesse Royer, and Isaac Torres Figueroa. Democratic voters across the county will vote for 2 to be on the fall ballot. The Board of Commissioners is the chief governing body of the county. The 3 elected at-large members perform the executive and legislative functions of county government. The term is 4 years, and the current annual salary for commissioner is $110,339, and for the commissioner chair is $113,678. Please note that the opinions expressed in this interview are those of the candidate and are not the opinions of the League of Women Voters or of Berks Community Television. This interview is with Dante Santoni. Welcome.
Thank you.
Dante, please tell our viewers about yourself and why you are running.
Well, thank you, Bill. My name is Dante Santoni. I'm running for County Commissioner. I think that a combination of my experience and my background as a former state representative and as a member of the Pennsylvania Gaming Control Board bodes well for my opportunity to be a Berks County Commissioner. As Bill said, the County Commissioner position is both an executive and a legislative, function. My service as a state representative gives me experience on the legislative side, and as I said, my experience on the board of Pennsylvania Gaming Control Board gives me that opportunity to oversee the executive side. I also think that I'm a person that likes to get things done. I'm not looking for accolades or political points. I'm at the point in my life where I'm looking to really get things done at the county level. I think government has a great function to do. It can't be the answer to everything, of course, but I think the opportunity to serve our people and to do good things in government is one of the biggest reasons that I look forward to being a county commissioner.
What personal qualities do you have that would help you be an effective commissioner?
Well, as I said, my experience in the legislature gave me that experience to work with both sides on the political aisle. I was a Democratic chairman of a couple of committees, a Gaming Oversight Committee, Liquor Control Committee. So I learned to work the legislative end. I learned to work across the aisle, and my demeanor as a person that wants to get things done, I think, will bode well as I make my way to the opportunity to be a commissioner.
Are you involved in volunteer or community work? If so, please tell us about it.
Well, right now I'm doing some teaching. I left the gaming board a few years ago, and I know that there was a real need in the community for substitute teachers. So I went through the guest teacher program at BCIU, and I've been doing the guest teacher program work for the last few years. And I think it's important. I like going back into the schools, talking to the children, meeting with the teachers, and talking to them about the needs of public education, because I know the importance of that. As I said, as a former state legislator, I know the importance of public education and what it means to our community. And I know that our schools really need the help there. They're short with teachers and with subs, and that's some of the things that I've been doing the last few years.
What are the 3 issues facing the county that you think are most important?
Well, there's a lot, and I know that it's a large county with a lot of needs and opportunities. I think some of the things that I'm going to look at is the rail passenger service. from Reading to Philadelphia. I think I know that there was some monies that was put forth with regards to the study there. That to get that up and running and see what we can do to not just give people the opportunity to travel from Reading to Philly, but maybe get people from that part of the world back here to Reading to bring them into our community, to spend some money and to help with our economic development. I think we need to continue a viable park system. I know that that's one of the opportunities, one of the main responsibilities of county government. Open space, I think that's important. And the third issue that I'd like to focus on is the collaboration with our local governments. I think that's really an important area for their economic development, especially in the city of Reading. I live out in the West Reading area, and I know what has developed out there as you make your way up Penn Street, and I'd like to continue that across the bridge.
Many governments, including the city of Reading, have developed environmental sustainability plans. Do you see that as a useful tool to prepare Berks County for the future? Why or why not?
Well, as I said, one of the areas that I'm focusing on is the park system and the environment. I'm a strong advocate for the environment and the importance that it creates and helps create in our communities. And as I said, one of the focuses I'll have as a county commissioner is my work with local governments, including the city of Reading. And of course, we'll do whatever we can to help and work as partners in that.
Okay. Do you think that Berks County should have a sustainability plan? Just kind of.
Yes, I think we should look at that. And as you know, I don't have all the answers as I'll have a learning curve as I get in there, but I think my experience will shorten that learning curve, and I look forward to meeting with top department heads, top staff, to come up with a plan and I would certainly be open to the discussion of having that sustainability plan for the whole county. Yes.
Let's talk transportation. Is there enough money to bring our roads and bridges up to standard?
Well, I don't know that there's ever enough money, but I know that there's some federal dollars, and I would use some of my experience as a former state representative, getting to know some of my state and federal officials, work with them to try to bring as many dollars as we can back to Berks County. Transportation is a very important issue, people getting around. Public transportation is important. I know we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but the transportation issue is really, really important, and that would be one of my focuses.
Next question is about public transportation.
I jumped the gun.
So, well, no, you slid right into that. Do you feel public transportation impacts economic development? Should the county invest in public transportation?
I absolutely think it's part of the economic development. I know that many people, especially urban people who live in urban areas, use that as a form of getting back and forth to work. So we need to have a viable, sustainable public transportation system, and I would advocate for that strongly. As I said, it's important for people to travel there, for seniors to get to their medical appointments, for people who are going back and forth to work, to get back and forth to work, for a lot of different needs. We need a good quality public transportation system, and I would, again, work with our state and federal officials in getting dollars that we can have a viable system there.
So do you think the county should invest, or mostly state and federal?
I do, yeah,
Okay.
Absolutely. I think if there's a collaboration, we should all invest. I would certainly be amenable to the fact that Berks County needs to put up their fair share, and I would be supportive of that.
Are there other transportation ideas you'd like to mention?
Well, I know I talked in my, as I said in my opening statement, with regards to the number of top issues for me, and the passenger rail service is something that I think we should focus on, and I think it's important, as I said, for economic development, for the environment, getting cars off the road. People taking that transportation back and forth, I think, is a win-win, and I would certainly make that a focus if I'm successful.
Will our infrastructure, including technology, meet the needs of a growing economy? If not, what would you improve?
Well, again, I would have to rely on those that are experts. I don't know that we have. There's so many different things that our economy needs, and technology is advancing so fast. But I certainly would be open to discussing, again, with those that are our department heads, our top staff, with making sure that we have a top technology system for the county so that we can meet the needs of our community and our constituents.
Childcare is hard to find and unaffordable in Berks. Parents who want to work are stymied by the lack of care for their children. Should the county play a role in this area?
Again, this is obviously a personal issue for many people that need good quality childcare so that they can work. And I think that the county should invest and play a role in that. I think, again, government can't be the answer to all of our issues, but I do believe that childcare is not just a personal people issue, but an economic development issue, and it helps get people into the workforce, back working. I know that we're just coming out of a pandemic, so that's makes it even more critical that we have quality, affordable, safe childcare for our people.
Most of the money the county spends for mental health comes from the state. The pandemic has affected the mental health of young and old alike. Is the county doing enough?
That's another area I think that the county can work in collaboration with our state and federal friends. Mental health, as we all know, is a huge issue for our young people. The pandemic, I think, obviously set us back. We look at all the issues with crime and shootings and things like that, and it comes down to a lot of the issues are having to deal with mental health. So I think that the county has a responsibility, along with our state and federal government funds, to invest in mental health and to make sure that we have opportunities for people to get what they need.
Building a new prison was put on hold by the current Board of Commissioners. What are your thoughts on when we should build, how large a facility we should have, and what programs we should have to prevent recidivism?
Well, I know that, as you said, the issue on the new prison has been put on hold for cost reasons. And I know as a county commissioner that will be an important area that we look at. How big we should have it, how big it should be, things like that, what programs we should have. Programs we should have, I think we should focus on drug and alcohol issues, mental health issues, as we discussed earlier. Those are a lot of the reasons that people go into prisons, and if we can provide programs to help with that, I think we can reduce recidivism in a very, very good way. And I would, again, as I get in, we'll look at the numbers and we'll crunch the numbers and look at the cost to make sure we build a prison that is affordable and safe and necessary and to meet the needs of this county. But also, I think we should be looking to provide the programs so that people that go in can get out quickly, and that they don't keep coming back in and strain our system.
Do you think there should be community input on the prison?
Absolutely. I mean that's part of the job as an elected official. I think is not talking but listening. And I was always told we're given 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. So I think that part of the input that we receive on the prison should come from our citizens, get a feel of what they're looking for, and then go forward.
Public parks are a huge antidote to the cabin fever of the pandemic, and public libraries are where people without computers or internet go to apply online for jobs. Is Berks investing adequately in these facilities, the parks and the libraries?
Well, I said, again, one of my 3 priorities is going to be to have a viable park system. I think that's one of the important things that we can provide as a county government. We have a vast and wonderful county park system. We need to keep it that way, provide opportunities for young and old alike to enjoy that. And our library system is vital. I mean, a lot of people do go in there, look for jobs, and get on the internet, check things out, read books and things. I mean, the libraries are an integral part of our community. Is the county investing enough? Again, I'll have to go in there and see what the amount is, but I think that that should be a priority. Our libraries, our parks, our recreation areas are very, very important to me personally, and I'm sure they are to many Berks Countyans.
Please give your opening statement, and you have 2 minutes.
My closing statement.
Okay. Either one.
Either one. Well, as I said, my name is Dante Santoni, and I'm looking to be a Berks County Commissioner in the upcoming May 16th primary. I think that my background, as I mentioned earlier, as a state representative from 1992 to 2012, representing Pennsylvania's 126th legislative district, primes me well for the legislative part of being a county commissioner, knowing how government works. My 4 years on the Pennsylvania Gaming Control Board, I think, gave me the opportunity to oversee a large department, the gaming board, many people that work there, We were an executive function. We've served as an executive function of that department. So I think that bodes well for me and will shorten my learning curve. I know we all have a learning curve in a new profession, a new job, but that could shorten mine. And I also, and my real big reason I'm running for office is I want to get things done. At the point of my career that I'm not looking for personal accolades, I'm not looking for political fill, I'm not looking to move on. I want to get things done. I want to do good things for the County of Berks, and I think county government is a great part of that. I think that, again, I said it a few times, government can't be the answer to all of our issues, but it certainly can be a catalyst to help move our communities forward in economic development, the environment, and a lot of different areas that government can really be a solid partner for our communities. Jobs are going to be very important. I look to work closely with the business and the labor community to provide good quality jobs and all the different programs that the county oversees, and I know that the projects that are forthcoming, and I look forward to working together with both our business and labor community to move forward on that. So we got a number of days. We got less than 2 months to go before the election, and I look forward to getting out and meeting the many people of Berks County. It's a big county. It's a lot bigger than my legislative district, but I'm ready to go, and I'll have the same. I might be a little bit older than I was when I was in the State House, but I'm no less anxious. I'm no less determined. I have the same tenacious, go for it kind of attitude that I think that I can provide as a Berks County Commissioner. So I look forward to meeting the many people of this county throughout the next couple of weeks. Thank you.
Thank you, Dante Santoni. We are all a little bit older.
Yeah, we are a little bit older.
Thank you for sharing your views with us. Viewers, please remember there are 3 other candidates for Commissioner on the Democratic ballot. Douglas Metcalf, Jesse Royer, and Isaac Torres Figueroa. For more information on more candidates, go to the League's online voters guide, vote411.org. And I hope that'll be up on our screen shortly. All you have to do is type in your address. It will show everyone on your particular ballot along with information the candidates have provided. Vote 411 is safe. It does not store your address. Be prepared when you vote. Use vote411.org. Whoops, got to switch papers here. Thank you for watching. This is complicated. Thank you for watching Candidates Up Front.
You will find the Candidates Up Front interviews on BCTV and on its website and its YouTube page. And for more information on candidates, you can go to the League's online voters guide, vote411.org. Or you can contact Berks County Election Services, elections@countyofberks.com. Their phone number is 610-478-6490. And thank you for watching Candidates Up Front.